Hello and welcome. We're excited to spend some time with you today to discuss Sig Academics and our STEAM Plus curriculum. We're looking forward to sharing information about what makes Sig programs unique and answer any questions you may have. This presentation will be recorded and emailed after it is complete. Also, if you are unable to hear us at any time in the presentation, please feel free to just jot down a comment in the chat feature and we will try to support.
Hello, I'm Barbara Swycord, President of the Summer Institute for the Gifted.
And my name is Caroline Daniel, the Academic Director for SIG. Your participation today indicates that you are interested in your child's education and academic exploration, and so are we. Since 1984, SIG has focused on enabling and empowering gifted, talented, creative, and high potential youth to celebrate and maximize their unique potential.
You may be asking yourself, why should my child attend SIG? Well, we're so glad you asked. For 35 years, SIG has provided students with an academic program that is both challenging and rigorous. SIG also provides a place where students can meet new friends and make lasting memories. We want every child to have a feeling of significance, a knowledge of who they are and where their life is headed. We want each student to walk away from the SIG experience with a feeling of self-reassurance and confidence. We accomplish this goal by empowering students to pursue their passions and interests and showcase their talents as future problem solvers and innovators. Students can focus on their social and emotional growth while collaborating with like-minded peers.
So let's begin by learning more about the courses we will offer this summer. SIG offers a variety of course offerings for ages 5 to 17. We have a total of 81 courses, of which 41 are new for 2020. As you can see, we have courses that reflect a variety of topics and disciplines, from balloon science to animated storytelling. On this slide, you can see the new courses we have for ages 5 to 12, including arts and recreational courses. At SIG, one of the unique features of course selection is that upon enrollment, students choose their preferred schedule for the summer. Students choose 4 courses, one each period, from those offered on their selected campus. Based on course and requirements, students may be asked to secure student resources ahead of time, bring in a personal laptop, mobile device, or other supplies. All the information you need regarding technology requirements is available on My SIG portal, which is the students' login portal after acceptance. All students ages 13 to 17 are required to bring a personal laptop to the program. Courses are highly interactive, intellectually engaging, and provide students with the freedom to learn in a manner that is natural for them.
On this slide, we've listed our new courses for ages 13 to 17, along with the 9 to 17 age group for arts and recreational courses. Do you know what makes our curriculum and instruction unique? One of the valued aspects about SIG Academics is that we offer a STEAM Plus curriculum where students take a multidisciplinary approach to learning. Students engage in creative thinking to help them solve real and authentic problems in the STEAM fields of science, technology, engineering, arts and humanities, mathematics, and also fitness. Regardless of the content of the course, students will interact and engage with topics across disciplines, analyze multiple perspectives, and learn to think and act like professionals do in those fields. Our curriculum is based on a model of both enrichment and acceleration. Our academic approach allows for flexibility, offers personalized learning, and nurtures the whole person.
Here is a typical academic schedule for both the Innovators and Investigators programs. There are 4 course periods in a day, each 90 minutes long. Depending on campus location, courses begin at 8:45 a.m. and run through 4:15 p.m., with some variations. Students transition between campus buildings or classrooms for courses independently if they are aged 13 or older. Younger students are walked to and from their courses and lunch hour. All students are provided lunch and unwind after the academic day during rec hour with innovator programs.
We want to discuss the structure of Sig Academics as it relates to the instruction provided in the classroom. Our STEAM Plus focus for each course is implemented with 3 objectives in mind: to provide academic programming that offers differentiated curriculum by student needs and interests, to stimulate students' potentiality, and to foster self-direction and academic freedom. In a nutshell, it's the optimal educational enriching environment a gifted, creative, and academically talented student could ask for. So let's look at each of these components more closely.
With our first component, we differentiate learning experiences so that they are aligned with the readiness and interests of each child. Course instructors ensure that differentiation takes place by first pre-assessing the student at the beginning of the course. A pre-assessment gathers data about the knowledge that students come with into our courses. Based on these results, instructors modify the instruction through individual or group learning experiences, through their resources and the pacing that they provide students. Additionally, students identify a personal objective that will complement their studies throughout the course.
Second, instruction is presented through dynamic, varied learning opportunities. Students are given opportunities to debate, discuss, and engage in collaborative, inquiry-based, and problem-solving learning experiences. They're encouraged to make connections with authentic situations and current events, and to exercise their critical and creative thinking skills in imagining novel solutions. Within the 3-week period, students study the course content from multiple perspectives and end the course with a final product based on their personal objective merged with the new information that they've learned. This final product allows them opportunity to apply their learning to real problems, suggesting solutions for global or local challenges.
So we mentioned earlier how important it is to us that students develop socially and emotionally during our program, as well as academically and intellectually. We believe that meeting young people's intellectual needs is critical to encouraging their social and emotional well-being. With the academic freedom students have to intellectually engage with like-minded peers, they interact with learning paths that interest them, cultivate their talents, and inspire them to make a difference. Also supporting their social growth is the fact that students work with a broader range of age groups in arts and recreational courses that further develop lifelong relationships. Making long-term friendships is something alumni tell us is one of their favorite things about having attended a SIG program.
We're now going to open our webinar to an interactive experience where you can see and hear how our STEAM Plus focus manifests in the classroom. Imagine you are a SIG student with a personal objective of wanting to learn more about a climate change result, such as rising sea levels, and their subsequent impact on the present and the future. The first step that we encourage SIG students to take is to increase their knowledge about their interests by researching answers to the questions they have. So, using the topic of rising sea levels, can you think of questions within the disciplines you see on the screen that might serve as a starting point where you'd want to gather more information about that topic? For example, as a result.
So we like to open this up now to our interactive portion, and we want you to take a minute to jot down some of the questions that you would like to explore within this topic. And you can go ahead and type your questions or your thoughts in the chat feature. You can look into topics that relate to engineering, the arts, science, technology, or any other discipline that you'd like to explore. But think of concerns you care about and the type of questions or ideas that would go with this topic that you would be interested in. So you are free to post anything at this time. Give you a few more seconds. So thanks for sharing some of your ideas, or you may not have had a chance to maybe type them as fast as you wanted to, but we'd like to explore some with you. So what if you, hopefully you had a chance to think about some of these things, but you could have thought about technology and how technology advances could help forecast some of the adverse impacts with rising sea levels. Could we have developed new instruments through this? If you wanted to take an engineering lens to this topic, you could look at how we need to manage more civil engineering solutions. Do we need to change or re-engineer current infrastructure? Let's say you were interested in the humanities aspect of this topic. Maybe you want to explore the economic impacts with tourism in affected regions. So there's just a variety of different things that you could do. We do have a comment here, which is a great topic. What type of engineering programs do you have for 15-year-olds in general for SIG?
We have a lot of courses in engineering across all the levels, but generally if you're looking for a 15-year-old course, you'd be looking in the S-level courses. So we have several there to choose from. We have a course on quantum mechanics. We have a course on astrophysics. We have mathematical modeling, big data analysis. We have biochemistry. We have bionic humans, environmental causes of disease. So you can see that there are a lot of different things going on that deal with different types of engineering and sciences.
Also, some of our students also go to ages that are right under them, so 13 and 14, and there's aerospace engineering with that as well. So there are many options. Really, our courses are open for a variety of ages. But as you can see, there are a variety of ways students can explore a topic within their interest and to start creating solutions beyond what is currently available. So after a student dives into a topic from multiple viewpoints, we want our students to investigate current efforts at solving the problem, and then to brainstorm ideas that they have beyond what is already done. Through their research, they may find that communities are currently building raised roads, building seawalls, raising carbon taxes to reduce carbon emissions from burning things, planting trees to absorb carbon emissions. At SIG, we want our students to go beyond relaying existing knowledge and imagine what might be if they wanted to contribute to the study. Using our problem of rising sea levels, can you brainstorm some solutions that could take place for our future? Based on your initial questions, what are some novel solutions you could begin to explore with this topic? We're going to give you a few seconds to maybe jot down some of your thoughts. Feel free, everything is really open, so don't feel like you may not have an answer that may be accepted or anything. It's really open at this point. Or if you have any questions for us at this point, we're happy to take that as well regarding the curriculum or how things are done in the classroom.
Okay, I'm sure you had a lot of good ideas in your head. Let's think about how a student might think about this problem. I think it's important to remember that students are going to present their ideas based on what they know and experiences that they've had, as well as what's in their wonderful imaginations. And it's our role as the adults and teachers to facilitate the inquiry process where students can think through their ideas, get the additional knowledge that they need, and end up with ideas that are novel as well as useful, which is our goal, of course. Here's an example. Young children would probably suggest sending all this excess water that we have from the rising sea levels into space or to another planet. But through asking questions of them, we can get the student to understand the challenges of such a solution and possibly end up with a more viable idea, something that might include alternatives for water removal or pumping that could be done in useful ways. Or students might suggest dehydration based on something they've been doing at home with drying fruit. And perhaps after facilitating questions regarding those ideas, they might envision creative ideas around water evaporation or dehydration and desalination through a kind of shelving mechanism that rotates to handle the accumulated water, and then mining the salt that came out of the water for other uses. But the main idea here is that all ideas are valued and given the opportunity to evolve into useful as well as novel solutions. So our hope is that this exercise helps you understand that our STEAM Plus approach works in a way to help students think through ideas using new knowledge that they've gained. And this activity is an example of what students might engage in with their personal objective, as well as with what we're offering in the content objectives of the course.
So not only do SIG courses allow students to explore real-world applications and novel solutions, like we just discussed, but we want students to also have a minds-on approach and incorporate professional perspectives in the classroom. So let's take a look at a course that we're actually going to offer this summer called Ocean Crisis, Let's Clean Up Our Act. In this course, students have recorded and tracked their trash consumption over the course of 3 weeks to internalize the quantity of trash that one person produces over time, along with experiments that help them understand the environmental impacts of marine pollution. We also encourage students to think from professional perspectives, where they participate in critical analysis of laws and policies that help or hinder ocean pollution to determine the areas that need further manipulation in the future. We really want our students to think like biologists, lawyers, environmentalists, consumers, and other professionals in the field and brainstorm solutions from their point of view for the community at the national level and for global concerns.
Then at the end of the program, students receive a Student Performance Review, or SPR, for each completed course. This SPR is provided by the course instructor and is made available in the student's MySig portal 3 to 4 weeks after the program ends. Instructors provide qualitative evaluations using short narratives that highlight the learning experiences and accomplishments completed in the course and opportunities for future study. The SPRs provide an individualized communication regarding the learning and growth that took place in the course, and upon request, SPRs can be sent to schools.
So as we close, we want to provide an opportunity for you to ask questions. We'll begin by addressing any questions that you have that are posted on the chat feature. And then if you have additional questions, you can always contact us separately for that. So please feel free to share any questions that you have right now. Admissions eligibility, and there are two different routes for that. You can go with educator recommendations that we have online, or you can have standardized testing that is in the 95th percentile for our programs. We also have a creativity route where it also requires recommendations, but it helps the educator to look at it from a creativity standpoint within the content areas. So those are our admissions eligibility requirements, but we have then, once you're accepted, certain courses may have prereqs, but otherwise that's the main piece.
And all that information is, of course, available on our website, giftedstudy.org. You can go there to see the admissions eligibility procedures.
You have a few more seconds to just think about questions that you may have for your child's age or for any specific locations that we could help you with.
Okay, well, that will be the end of our webinar today. For any questions that you may still have pertaining to your specific needs, please feel free to reach out by phone or by email. You can also find more information on our website at giftedstudy.org. And don't forget to connect with us on social media. It's very important. We hope this webinar provided you with a helpful overview of the Sig Academics and our STEAM Plus curriculum. We would like to thank you for all your wonderful questions and for taking the time to join us today. And we hope to see you this summer. And finally, as we say here at SIG,
explore your summer, expand your mind.